Today, we're diving into a playbook that can literally transform your team into a customer-focused powerhouse. And here's the twist. The key to unlocking it all, it's probably in a department you're not expecting. All right, so let's start with probably ask yourself, how do we get customer focus to be a real thing, Something every single employee lives and breathes, and not just some slogan we slap on a poster in the break room.
Well, turns out the answer isn't just hiding in your marketing or sales teams. The real secret weapon, the strategic core that can wire this into your company's DNA, it's human resources.
So in this first section, let's explore exactly how HR can become the engine that builds a customer-obsessed workforce, literally from the inside out.
Now, this isn't about some one-off training session, okay? This is a fundamental shift. It means you're systematically designing the entire employee experience, from the moment you hire someone to their performance reviews, to shape a team that just instinctively gets it. They understand, they anticipate, and they solve customer needs at every single turn.
Okay, let's get into the good stuff. We're going to walk through the 5 strategic plays that your HR team can run, like right now, to make this whole customer-centric thing a reality.
All right, play number 1. This is the foundation for everything else. It's all about moving beyond just basic product training and building a team that actually understands the human being on the other side of the screen or the counter, the customer.
So the action here is super tactical. HR designs training that goes deep. We're talking customer psychology, journey mapping, how to recover from a mistake. The impact, it's huge. Your employees stop just, processing transactions and start building real value-driven relationships. That's what keeps customers coming back. And this isn't just theory. Check this out. A telecom company rolled out empathy training for its call center staff, and boom, a 20% drop in customer complaints. Think about that. That's not just a nice number. That directly impacts your brand's reputation and, frankly, the cost of doing business. Okay, let's move on to play number 2. This one is all about breaking down the walls between your team and the people they're actually serving. It's about closing that gap between what happens inside the office and the reality your customers live every day. So what does HR do? They can set up things like customer panels or feedback sessions and get employees to participate. And I mean everyone, even the back office folks. The impact is immediate. An engineer who actually hears a customer's frustration firsthand, you better believe they're way more motivated to fix that bug. It makes the work personal. Take this retail chain, for example. They make every single new hire, doesn't matter what department they're in, work the customer service counter for 2 weeks. It's brilliant. This simple move gives them this deep, lasting sense of the real-world challenges, and that leads to way better decisions across the whole company. Now, this next play, it's absolutely crucial. Why? Because people do what they're measured on. Simple as that. So this play is all about completely rethinking how you define and reward success in your organization. And this slide really shows the paradigm shift, right? On one hand, you have the old way, rewarding internal stuff, like how many calls an agent handles. But the customer-centric way, you reward the things that actually drive the business forward. Net promoter scores, glowing customer feedback, and repeat business. And guess what? It works. There was an airline that decided to tie a chunk of its cabin crew's bonuses directly to what passengers said in surveys. And the result? Not just happier employees, they saw a 15% jump in positive reviews. That directly translates to more bookings and a bigger slice of the market. You reward the outcome you want, you're going to get more of it. All right, on to play number 4. The crucial point here is that great service can't just be a line in a policy manual. It has to be a core part of your culture. It has to be the thing people talk about and celebrate. And HR can totally drive this. They can create programs that publicly recognize and shout out employees who go above and beyond for a customer. Because when people see that exceptional service gets rewarded and celebrated, that behavior becomes contagious. It spreads from person to person until it just becomes how we do things around here. A perfect example is a hotel chain's Service Hero of the Month award. It wasn't just a plaque on the wall. It created this real sense of pride and even some friendly competition. All of a sudden, employees were motivated to create those memorable moments. And guess what? Customer satisfaction scores shot up across all their branches. And that brings us to our final play, number 5. This one is all about trusting your team and giving them the freedom, the autonomy they need to solve customer problems right there on the spot. So this means HR needs to be the champion for getting rid of all that bureaucratic red tape. When an employee is empowered to make a call without needing 5 levels of approval, the customer gets a solution fast. And that speed, that feeling of being taken care of, builds incredible trust and fuels all that amazing free word-of-mouth marketing.
Just think about your favorite coffee shop. The barista messes up your order, and without even blinking, they say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, let me just remake that for you." They don't have to go ask a manager. That one simple act of empowerment turns what could have been a complaint into a moment that actually builds trust.
Okay, so we've walked through the entire playbook. Let's bring it all together and talk about how you can actually put these powerful ideas into motion.
It's so important to remember. These 5 plays aren't just a random list of tactics. They're an interconnected system, right? Empowering employees works so much better when they've had that strategic training. Rewarding customer satisfaction only makes sense if you've built a culture that truly values it. They all feed into each other to build a genuinely unstoppable customer-centric company.
So the big takeaway here is this: your HR department is holding the playbook. The key to unlocking incredible customer loyalty and real business growth is right there. The only question left is, which one of these powerful plays are you going to run first?